Everyone, welcome back. Please comment, rate, subscribe, folks. Comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos. I want to thank everyone that does like, watch, and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. Listen, folks, there's a link tree down below. Has links to all of my social media platforms. Please go down there. Follow me across all my social media platforms or talk to me because I'll talk back. Also down there as well as the links to all of my YouTube pages. Please go down there, subscribe to all my YouTube pages, and turn on your notifications so when I post content, you folks will be in the know. Listen, folks, Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, we'll be doing a live radio show. We'll be talking Jets. Call in. I take live callers. I love going back and forth with folks about this football team, all right? So with that said and done and put to the side, come to talk to you folks today about Zach Wilson's injury. We're also going to talk about a trade that the New York Jets have made for a veteran quarterback, all right? They made a move for Joe Flacco. We're going to discuss that, all right? So I want to start at the very beginning, all right? As we all know, I sat back and I was watching the New England game. Salutes to everybody that joined me. I did a live stream. We also did a live radio show directly after it when we took that beating from the Patriots, okay? And in that game against the Patriots, Zach Wilson went down in the second quarter, after two vicious hits. One of them, I did not think he was going to get up from. It was the one he was going to the sidelines, and the guy went low, hit him in the legs, and bent his knee up. I thought that he was not going to get up from that, but he did. He kind of bounced up and walked off, and I was like, whew, we really, that was a close one. And then the next hit he took was from Matt Judon, and he went down, and he didn't get up from that one, not immediately. We all thought the worst, okay? He was grabbing at his knee. There were players that came over. It was a lot of time, that they gave him in the game. And we were like, whoa, this is not going to be good. Everybody really feared the worst. He was able to get up and walk off, the field on his own power. Then we saw him not only walk off to the sidelines, we saw him walk back to the locker room. And he was limping a little bit. And we were all like, we all hope that it's not what we believe it is. And, the live radio show after, we were discussing it. Everybody was wondering what it was going to be. There was a lot of rumors swirling. Well, comes out, Zach Wilson has a PCL injury. PCL injury, he's only going to be out 2 to 4 weeks. And everybody kind of breathed a little bit of a sigh of relief. Of course, we don't want to see the young guy be hurt. But the way that it was looking, it looked like it could have been a season-ending injury. Okay, I'm keeping it real, especially when you talk about knees, you talk about those lower leg injuries and stuff like that. Everybody fears that it is an ACL, something like that that's going to keep you out for the season, an Achilles, something like that. You know what I mean? But PCL 2 to 4 weeks. So everybody's saying, okay, well, we'll go forward. Zach's going to be on the sidelines for a little bit. Let's let him heal up. We got Mike White, right, who came into the game after Zach Wilson went out and, looked okay. He did have, 2 interceptions, but again, that was, first time he's been out there this season. So we'll see what we have in him and, we'll move forward. All of a sudden, boom, the New York Jets make a trade with the Philadelphia Eagles for Joe Flacco. And we were like, whoa. I was like, whoa, that came out of nowhere, right? It was so quick. The Jets traded a 2022 6th-round conditional pick that could move up to being a 5th rounder, based on Joe Flacco's playing time. So everybody's like, what in the world? They went out and they scrambled and got themselves a veteran quarterback. That's crazy because a lot of people in the fan base, and you listen to my radio shows back then as well, in the offseason, we were talking about that. The Jets' need for a veteran quarterback in the roster. And guess what we were sold? We were sold that Joe Douglas himself had come out and talked about how they trusted Mike White. They believed in him fully. He had nothing but a vote of confidence from them. And they were fully comfortable going into the season with Mike White and Zach Wilson. That was it. They were comfortable with doing that. And again, Mike White had no experience. He has no experience. Right? Zach Wilson this season has more experience than Mike White in live game action. And we were like, what in the world is going on? And then all of a sudden, Zach Wilson goes down and boom, they make a trade for Joe Flacco. And look, I'm a guy that fully supports Joe Douglas. I liked a lot of the moves that he's made, but I think that this situation, this is on Joe Douglas. This panic, this knee-jerk trade to get a veteran, an active veteran quarterback on the active roster, that's on Joe Douglas. These are moves that should have been made this offseason. Listen, Mike White, a solid backup guy, but we needed a veteran backup quarterback to help Zach Wilson within his development. We talked about that constantly. We talked about the need to have a veteran in his ears, somebody that he could go to, just like we had with Sam Darnold when he had McCown, somebody that Zach Wilson could go to and say, hey, look, this is what I'm seeing out here. What do you think I should do? Where do you think I should go with the ball? Somebody that can help him grow as a quarterback. And they didn't provide that. They didn't provide that, and that is on Joe Douglas all the way. And this panic trade just brings up question marks. Why were you so comfortable, right, in the offseason, going into the season and going into the season with no veteran quarterback, but the second that Zach went down, you realized, whoa, make a panic trade for a veteran quarterback. You should have always had one on the active roster. You should have never have gone into the actual, regular season without a veteran quarterback on this roster. What was the point of you putting Josh Johnson on the practice squad if you were going to make a trade for Joe Flacco? You could have just called up Josh Johnson from the practice squad. What is going on here? And it brought up so many questions. I heard people asking questions about the injury situation where, okay, if Zach Wilson is really only going to be out 2 to 4 weeks, then why exactly did you make this trade for Joe Flacco when, again, you could have called up Josh Johnson? He's only going to be out 2 to 4 weeks. He'll be back. Do you guys think that those 2 to 4 weeks aren't going to be that and that he's going to miss more time than that? That was a rightful question from some people in the fan base. I don't understand, what is going on with Joe Douglas, but this move and not having a veteran roster, not having a veteran quarterback on the roster, not being fully prepared for a situation like this is on him. Especially when you sold us that Mike White was a guy that you could lean on and depend on. And you guys had no problem going into the regular season with this dude at all. You were selling us this constantly throughout the offseason because we were constantly asking you why you don't have a veteran on the active roster to help guys along and to also be prepared in a situation like this where maybe, a young quarterback like Zach Wilson misses time due to an injury. We saw that with Sam Darnold. He missed time due to an injury, and we had a veteran guy be able to step in while he was missing a little bit of time. It's just question marks. But again, the PCL injury, 2 to 4 weeks. We're going to see Zach Wilson sit down for a bit. Hopefully, again, I want him fully healed before he comes back. And, we'll see what we have. So far, they're saying that Mike White's going to be the starter. Joe Flacco doesn't get here until Friday. He's not going to get here until Friday, so he definitely is not going to be the starter for the next game. And we'll see what happens going forward. This is on Joe Douglas. This is on Joe Douglas. This was a situation that I think he handled poorly. So comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. How do you folks feel about this situation? What are your thoughts about Zach Wilson's injury? What are your thoughts about us trading for Joe Flacco? How do you feel about the Jets quarterback situation now? So let me know what you folks think. Comment down below. I'll go back with you. You folks have a good one. Peace.